China is quite unique in the world, with an unmistakable character and overflowing with color. For Europeans, it almost feels like another planet. Vast and mysterious, with the winds of 4 seas blowing across enormous plains, walled by high mountains. Every real traveler dreams of visiting China, but it's almost impossible to fully understand and embrace the country because it's a land with so many faces. Each city and village is different, with its own style of architecture, culinary peculiarities, and sometimes even dialect. It's no secret that people from different provinces can struggle to understand each other. Thousands of books and countless films have tried to encapsulate the country, but every foreign visitor will always cherish their own personal China. China first revealed itself to the world in the 2nd century BC, with the beginnings of the Great Silk Road, the trade route that ran from the heart of the Celestial Empire all the way to the Mediterranean Sea. Many unique Chinese inventions made their way to distant lands: silk fabrics, porcelain, paper and gunpowder. However, the ancient and Great Silk Road suddenly vanished in the Middle Ages. It seemed to have disappeared forever, until recently. The Chinese government decided to reach back into history with a grand initiative and breathe new life into that ancient and legendary trading route. The objective is to develop and enhance both economic and cultural partnerships with the other countries along that ancient trail. After all, despite their differing cultures, those civilizations all share the same road and the same journey.
Концепция достаточно глубокая, последовательно прорабатываемая, я имею в виду шелковый путь, и уже, в общем-то, реализуемая на данном этапе через серию соглашений Китайской Народной Республики как инициатора проекта с различными государствами, имеющими к нему тот или иной интерес. А таких государств много. Мы уже сбили со счета. Их как минимум больше 60. Они охватывают большую часть земного шара.
Russia holds a special place among the many countries involved. The first step towards integration between the People's Republic and Russia is a media forum for journalists from both countries. It's hosted by China Radio International.
以我们国际台儿为例呢，从00年开始，我们就和塔斯社、今日俄罗斯通讯社、今日俄罗斯电视台，还有俄罗斯报。
The purpose of the forum is to give the journalists a taste of the modern Silk Road by traveling a section that runs within China's borders. They'll meet the people who live in the small trading towns that offer rest along the route and learn about their lives and culture.
"以我们国际台儿为例呢，从00年开始，我们就和塔斯社、今日俄罗斯通讯社、今日俄罗斯电视台，还有俄罗斯报都签署了合作协议，推进了双方的媒体交流。那么在这个基础上呢，每年我们都会策划一系列的媒体交流活动。
The traveling media community's impressions have been compiled into a sort of roadmap, a useful source of information for anyone who wants to study China. Anna Alabert, a Russian radio and TV presenter who's lived in China for 10 years, will be our guide to the modern-day Celestial Empire.
Только что директор Международного радио Китая говорил о том информационном взрыве, который сложился в современном мире. И в этой связи сотрудничество между нашими странами в медиа придает особое значение. И особенно здесь интересно это создание единого информационного поля между Китаем и Россией. Я думаю, что я, как российский журналист, тоже смогу принять в этом участие. Я очень, в общем-то, рада.
За многие годы работы в Китае я бывал в разных регионах, в том числе, конечно, и в тех, которые так или иначе тяготеют к шелковому пути. Тут я бы отметил очень бережное отношение наших китайских партнеров к своему историческому наследию. В Китае к этому относятся, я бы сказал, щепетильно, воссоздавая то, что можно воссоздать, сберегая историческое наследие. Это заслуживает всяческого уважения.
The first stop for China's guests is Xi'an, a great city founded 3,000 years ago and a unique example of painstaking historical preservation.
中国在曾经有14个朝代在陕西建都，有1100多年的历史。我们的馆藏文物就多达100多万之多。
The Chinese believe the ancient town of Xi'an to be the cradle of their civilization. Once the largest city on the planet, and for over 1,000 years the country's capital. China's only surviving city wall stands in testimony to its former greatness. It's so long and wide that it can easily accommodate a bicycle or electric car. Construction began in the 6th century AD and continued for almost a millennium. Over the centuries, the wall survived war and natural disaster, but almost faced demolition about 50 years ago. The sitting People's Republic of China chairman, Xi Jinping's famous revolutionary father, Xi Zhongsun, saved the wall from being torn down.
Мы находимся в сердце древнего Сиани. Это городская стена, древнейшее фортификационное сооружение XIV века нашей эры. За мной открывается вид на сторожевую башню. Это единственный в Китае большой город, где в первозданном виде сохранилась городская стена династии Мин.
In ancient times, long before the wall, merchants who traveled the Silk Road encountered a glorious burial mound concealing a chamber. This was the final resting place of Emperor Qi Shi Huangdi, after whom the Qin dynasty was named. According to his will, he was buried along with an entire army. Luckily for his subjects, that army only enlisted terracotta soldiers.
В мире осталось не так уж много чудес, и сейчас одно находится прямо передо мной. Это памятник известен по всему миру, 3 века до нашей эры. Это чудо уникально, и по своей значимости с ним может сравниться гробница Тутанхамона в Египте. Я давно мечтала попасть в это место, и сейчас мечта сбылась. Ну что ж, за мной, пойдем посмотрим?
Each individual warrior looks different. A total of 10,000 statues were made, each with its own face, clothing, equipment, and weapons. The regiment of clay included infantrymen, archers, and horsemen. The warriors are arranged in rows of 3, one directly behind the other, and each appears ready for combat at any moment. Listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, excavation here has never stopped. The famous Terracotta Army has become one of China's best-known attractions, drawing crowds of international tourists to the city of Xi'an.
所以我们去年接待的境外的游客300多万，在5年的时间，我们陕西接待的境内外的游客已经超过14亿人次，仅就这个人数来讲，就相当于全球人口的1/5这样一个体量。
However, the city isn't just known for its amazing history. Modern-day Xi'an has become a high-tech hub. For example, a joint Russian-Chinese innovation park is currently under construction. The Xi'an Technopark is called the Silk Road, a symbolic choice of name. A formal agreement between Russia and China to establish the park was signed in 2014, the same year that the ancient trade route revival project was launched. In just 3 years, thousands of square meters of office space, destined to accommodate Russian and Chinese companies side by side, has been built in Xi'an. Anna Alabert has the chance to meet the head of 1QD, a company that's already operating in one of the buildings.
国联质检呢，作为一家综合性的检验机构，我们目前呢涉及到33个大类，2300个。对于俄罗斯企业如果进入中方园区、进入科统创新园的话，那么首先一点，有对中国的质量要求和技术标准。 这中间是有很大的差距的。那我们会帮助俄罗斯的企业对质量标准以及技术的研发那么还有这个上市的流程这些东西给予指导，同时协助他们，也就是做好保姆式的技术服务。
The example set by that one company exemplifies the way China's entire economy works. One principle lies at its core: openness to new technology, new quality standards, and new partners. The next major stop along the Silk Road for the Russian and Chinese journalists is the metropolitan city of Lanzhou. They made it in less than a day, but that same journey might have taken the merchants of ancient times many months to complete. As the forum members travel by bus through China, the view from the window makes it hard to believe that the town rightly considered the jewel in the Silk Road's crown could lie in the middle of such a vast desert. Lanzhou straddles the snake-like Huanghe River. 2,000 years ago, this city was the only oasis of rest along a more than 1,500-kilometer stretch of the Silk Road. Modern-day Lanzhou has reclaimed the significance it gradually lost from the Middle Ages onwards. The metropolitan city is now a major transport hub. Lanzhou is both an investment magnet and the high-tech capital of China. It's hard to believe that just 50 years ago, it was a humble town with no roads or industry.
建国初期的时候呢，它作为我们国家日5计划重点建设的8座城市，当时的人口不到20万人。那么经过半个世纪的发展呢，现在已经成了300多万人的大城市。
Tens of billions of yuan were invested in Lanzhou's residential infrastructure and transport system because of the role it was to play in the One Road, One Journey project. The city is a living symbol of China's developmental leap. Just like everywhere else in the country, Lanzhou is an enormous round-the-clock construction site.
出行都很方便，我们不大到一带一路，小到我们兰州要跟好多国家，包括东面的我们国内的好多的城市，它都有直达的航班。然后呢，我们就是高铁，就动车。 动车马上就是要贯通，一贯的我们目前到。旅客
朋友们，你们好，列车已经开始运行，站台和列车间存在便利，请您看护好最近的。
Китай поражает масштабами строительства современных железнодорожных вокзалов. Уже к 2025 году протяженность высокоскоростных путей составит 38 тысяч километров. Железные дороги – визитная карточка экономического пояса шелкового пути.
我们向西开放、开通了兰州号、天马号、嘉峪关号等中欧、中亚的班列，现在整个运行正常。同时，以兰州的中川国际机场、敦煌国际机场和中亚、欧洲的国家开通了17条航线，使国外的人流、物流得以沟通。
The name Lanzhou means City of Flowers. Despite intense modernization, it's an incredibly green city, with numerous parks created by residents. Everyone taking part in the forum wishes they could stay longer to explore this urban oasis. But their next destination was eagerly waiting to welcome the journalists. They were also intrigued by the rather unorthodox means of transport that would take them there.
Честно говоря, путешествие вместе с караваном достаточно сомнительное удовольствие. Повсюду песок и солнце. Я чувствую невыносимую жажду и ужасно жарко.
It's much harder to ride a camel than a horse. Back in the heyday of the Silk Road, the traveling merchants and traders were a lot more resilient than we are today.
Сидя верхом на верблюде, я чувствую себя, ну если не путешественником Марко Поло, то уж точно древним купцом, который перевозил свои товары по Великому шелковому пути с востока на запад.
Marco Polo is famed as the first European ever to discover China for the Western world. Dunhuang was the city he visited back in the late 13th century. That was roughly when the settlement became ancient China's first real tourist attraction. Later, along with thousands of pilgrims, many curious Europeans visited Dunhuang to see the Magao Caves, an important Buddhist shrine during the Silk Road's heyday.
В IV веке нашей эры монаху по имени Лэцзунь именно здесь было видение. В лучах солнца он увидел 1000 Будд. Монах решил, что это знак, и начал прорубать в скале первую пещеру. А спустя тысячелетия здесь уже сложился настоящий большой храмовый комплекс.
This is a place where people report sensing a powerful energy. The Magao Caves date back to the 4th century. Their construction spanned a full 14 centuries. Almost 500 caves have now been excavated, and archaeologists have unearthed more than 2,000 unique painted sculptures and frescoes.
Мы находимся в одной из пещер Магао, куда редко пускают съемочные группы. Прямо передо мной вы видите гигантские пальцы. По этим пальцам можно судить о масштабах всего изваяния. Это Будда грядущего Майтрея, творение древних мастеров 8 века. Сейчас в пещере, так как древние артефакты со временем портятся и трескаются, ведутся восстановительные работы.
It's no coincidence that this temple complex was built here in Dunhuang. Trading caravans from India often passed by, bringing the teachings of Buddha to China. modern Donghuang diligently preserves the history that makes it so attractive to foreigners. The local Khan was so impressed with Marco Polo that he asked the exotic visitor to stay for 3 years. At least that's how Marco Polo recorded events after he postponed returning to his native Venice. Grateful for the hospitality shown to him, the explorer helped the Khan to develop his army and build advanced European-style fortifications.
阳关是丝绸之路上的一个重要的关隘，那么丝绸之路全长几千里，连接几大洲，那么历史上呢有这个文化使者往来，也有朝廷的官员往来，那么也有这个大量的商旅往来，他们要传播这样的这个物质文化还有精神文化，那么都要经过阳关这个地方。阳关呢，可以说，是历史上最早的海关。
Выход заставы Янгуан для каждого купца сопровождался особой церемонией, и сейчас я испытаю ее на себе. В первую очередь купца встречал начальник погранзаставы. Он спрашивал, куда мы держим свой путь. В Оман-Тюлосы мы едем в Россию. Зачем мы едем туда? По торговым делам. Затем он направлял купца к дежурному писарю.
请把你的名字写在申报书的空白之处。
Далее чиновник выдавал купцу специальную квитанцию, на которой следовало указать его имя, а также зачем и куда он следует и о целях поездки. Пожалуйста. Далее купцу выдавали особую грамоту, что-то наподобие современной визы.
请你在哪边出关？
Вот и все, вся процедура пройдена. Осталось только поставить печать на погранзаставе, и путь на запад открыт.
Here in Donghuang, a section of the original Silk Road survives to this day. A simple and inconspicuous fence stands before a road that has literally run through the centuries. The journalists taking part in the forum would relish the chance to walk upon the sands of history, but that's strictly forbidden. This part of the road is under constant guard. The Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region covers an area of 1,660,000 square kilometers. That's 3 times the size of France. However, just 23 million people inhabit this vast land, which by Chinese standards is sparse. Only half the population are ethnic Chinese. The rest are of Turkic origin, mainly Uyghur, Kazakh, Mongol, Kyrgyz and Tajik. On the 20th day, the media pilgrims reached the farthest point of the Great Silk Road within China's borders. This is a truly unique destination in Asia, attracting millions of visitors from around the world. The city known as Khargos. On first sight, Khargos may seem nondescript, but thanks to the construction of the revived Silk Road, it's become a commercial mecca that's been dubbed a duty-free town. You can literally buy anything here, from car tires to mink coats, and everything is remarkably inexpensive. Most of the journalists have enjoyed taking advantage of the opportunity for a little souvenir shopping, and some have bought a lot more. On leaving the checkpoint, a symbolic border can be seen on the road, a red and a blue line, with China facing the red side and Kazakhstan spreading beyond the blue. There are many checkpoints in Xinjiang, but only in Khargos is crossing the border quite so easy. "20 days and 4,000 kilometers inspired more than 200 articles, essays, news stories, and even a documentary series. A country like China could never be summarized in a series of 30-minute films or in any number of books. Travelers have to see China with their own eyes to properly experience and appreciate this unique land. There's no other way to truly know and love this mystery of a country, but perhaps this brief introduction may inspire others to explore it for themselves.